Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 9 of the Cleveland Indians franchise here on MLB The Show 21 for the PlayStation 5. Today our Cleveland Indians will wrap up the month of April with 2 games on the docket. First one is a home game against the Minnesota Twins, and then we will travel to the south side to once again see the Chicago White Sox. So if you're excited for this one, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. On the mound for Cleveland will be Aaron Civale. You can see he's had a pretty solid start to his year, 4 starts, 2.25 ERA. And leading off for the Twins will be Byron Buxton, the 2.36 average. But he's got that great speed-power combination. As here on a 2-1 pitch grounds to Ramirez, who has to get to it quickly to throw him out at first for the first out. Here's a look at the Twins lineup. You'll see Buxton followed by Luis Arias at second, Nelson Cruz, the veteran, in right, Josh Donaldson at third, Max Kepler's in left, followed by Andrelton Simmons at short, the new acquisition. Sano's at first, Jorge Polanco's the DH, and Mitch Gardner is the catcher. This Twin squad is also sitting about 500 on the season, so not where they'd like to be, as Luis Arias grounds out for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the old man Nelson Cruz on a full count pitch, drills one to deep center. Ahmed Rosario, those got some speed, and he's going to catch that one to end the top of the first. On the mound for the Minnesota Twins will be the 2011 All-Star Michael Pineda, who has 5 starts so far on season, down to a 1.76 ERA, showing that he's still got a lot left in the tank. Here is Ahmed Rosario. He's leading off for Cleveland, hitting .307. He's been a very bright spot for us in this lineup, except for this one, as he strikes out on the high fastball for out number 1. Next up, Ben Gamble, full count to Gamble. He's also striking out on the fastball high and away. So 2 quick outs for Pineda. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez, who 0-1 to him. He doesn't strike out. He gets a good piece of this changeup, but it's going to be caught in center by Buxton for the third out of the inning. We'll jump ahead to the top of the third. Miguel Sano will lead us off, and you can see Sano has just kind of been a disappointment so far. 200 average, that's not what you'd like to see out of Sano. But here on this 1-1 pitch, it is a high strike, but unfortunately, Civale was hurt on the play. I kind of skipped past the menu, so we'll have to see what the injury is after this one, but Scott Moss will come in relief. Cold turkey, but he gets Sano on the inside slider. That is a strikeout to start his day. And then Polanco up next, 1-2 to him as well. He pops up to deep center, but Rosario's underneath that one, and that'll be out number 2. Mitch Garver now 2-1 to the catcher, and he hits this one deep left field, but Eddie Rosario has enough space for this one, and that'll be 3 outs for Minnesota. Let's go bottom 4, back to Ben Gamble towards the top of this lineup. Both teams struggling to get any sort of offense. As 3-2 to Gamble, he turns perfectly on a high changeup, or high fastball, and drills it to right center. Gamble's on his horse. He's actually going to round second, try for 3, and he is in time just ahead of the tag, and Gamble has his first triple of the season. Immediate scoring threat now for Cleveland, but Ramirez strikes out on the low changeup. That is the 6th of the day for Pineda. Franmil Reyes up next, grounds a slider into the ground, but it will allow the run to score, and he will be credited with another RBI as Cleveland takes the lead. A Rosario up next, changeup, line straight at Cruz and right. Nice contact. But Cleveland does push one across in the 4th, and we're going to jump a little bit ahead. Emmanuel Clase comes in, who 430 ERA, already 10 starts. He has been our go-to middle reliever. And in the 6th, he'll start off by getting Garver to chase. Beautiful slider running away from the batter. That'll take us back to the top of the lineup. Byron Buxton, 1-2, ground to Ramirez again. Nice play by him as he records the second out. And then next up, Luis Arias. He will walk, which will bring Nelson Cruz back up to the plate. And actually, that's going to do it for Clase. He was a little tired. He wasn't at full stamina. So we're going to bring in Brian Shaw for his first appearance of the season. He only got 6 innings of work last season, and they weren't very good 6 innings. Hopefully, we're going to give him another shot here. 2-0 to Cruz, who grounds to the shortstop, throw over to the second baseman, Hernandez. And we'll get through the 6th. We'll go bottom 6 now. Cleveland, outside of the 1 run, hasn't had any sort of offense whatsoever. Austin Hedges looking to change this one at the bottom of the 6th as he gets a leadoff single into right. That takes us to the top of the order. Ahmed Rosario, good fastball to hit, covered too much in the middle, but he pops it up to Cruz. That'll be out number 1. Hedges stays at first. Oh, Ben Gamble, you saw him at the triple earlier. Now he's going to get pegged in the kneecap. That's got to hurt a little bit, but he will take his base. That'll allow Jose Ramirez to come up next, who hits this one into right center. It actually gets down in front of Buxton. Hedges wasn't sure if it was going to be caught, so he only gets to third. So now bases loaded, one out for Reyes, and he pops up into foul territory. Sano with a nice grab into the camera area. That's a big timeout, as now a base hit is needed. Eddie Rosario, good fastball to hit deep center, but not deep enough. Cleveland leaves the bases loaded, and that'll be how the bottom of the sixth ends. Cal Quantrill will come into the game for the seventh, but he will actually bleed also into the eighth. So we'll stick with him in the top of the eighth now. Jorge Polanco at the dish, and he is pegged as well. Things getting a little chippy out here in Cleveland. Don't think it was on purpose, but these are division rivals. So that'll bring up the next batter, who will dribble it in front of Quantrill. That'll be a out at first, but no double play. That takes us to the top of the lineup, where Buxton will swing and miss on the high fastball. Quantrill sets him down. Now Luis Arias, 2 outs. Runner on second, though. He hits this one to the wall. That'll be Polanco rounding third. He will go home, and we are tied at 1 apiece. Whitgren usually controls the eighth, but they stayed with Quantrill. Very interesting decision, and he allows the tying run. That'll bring in Phil Maton out of the bullpen. 7 games so far this season, yet to allow a run in 8 2/3. Next batter is Cruz, and he will hit one into right field. Reyes is going to be They're going to test him. They're going to come home, and that's not in time. Tag is offline. It is now a 2-1 lead for the Twins. They take the lead. Donaldson up next. First pitch up the middle. Base hit. Runner is going to come around to home, and he will score. Nelson Cruz will come home. They will not be able to take second. They tried it again. But the Twins now have a 3-1 lead going into the eighth. They're going to bring in their setup man. Tyler Duffy will come into the game. It has been a bad start to his year, 20.25 ERA, but still a dominant setup man nonetheless. Ahmed Rosario, he looks foolish inside. Sinker strikes him out. Ben Gamble now, 1-1 to Gamble. Good fastball to hit. He drills it deep right center, and it's going to be caught by Buxton. That's that elite speed on display. So now Jose Ramirez's turn, 3-1 to Ramirez. He looks at ball 4 on the high fastball, so that'll bring up Franmil Reyes. He has been one of our hottest batters, although he is 0 for 3 on the day. 0-2 to Reyes, slaps it into left over the glove of the third baseman Donaldson. And that's back-to-back race runners for Cleveland. Tying run is at first. That'll bring up Eddie Rosario, but first we're going to pinch run Bradley Zimmer. Gets a little bit more speed on the base pass, but it doesn't matter. Rosario strikes out swinging. And now it's going to be down to the ninth inning. Taylor Rogers comes out of the pen, the lefty closer for the Twins. He's 4 for 5 on the season. His ERA is also not very good. Here's Josh Naylor up first, 1-2 to Naylor. Slider connects on it into shallow left center, but it's going to be caught by Simmons. Next batter would be Jimenez, but we're going to pinch hit. Jordan Luplow on a little bit of a righty on lefty here. 282 average on the season. 1-2, and he is plunked. That's the third batter plunked today. You can feel the tension here at Progressive Field. Fernandez up next, grounds, and he's going to get it past the second baseman, so that is another base runner. So the tying run once more on first base. Austin Hedges up. They're going to say he went around. I don't agree, but that's MLB The Show 21 for you. So top of the order, Ahmed Rosario. He is our last hope, and he grounds out, and that'll end the ball game. The Twins win by a score of 3-1 thanks to some late game heroics. You can see all 3 runs coming in the 8th. Quantrill gets the loss. Devin Smeltzer actually got the win for Minnesota. And the save went to Rogers, who also got player of the game thanks to his closing of the door in the 9th. So that's a bad loss for Cleveland. You would have liked to win those kind of games. But fortunately, Aaron Saval, it will be okay. He just had to come out of the game, strained hamstring. He won't miss a start. Game 2, Twins, they continue the win, 7-2. Buxton went 2 for 6 with a homer in this game for Minnesota, while Jimenez was our only sort of offense. He had a home run as well, and it was Zach Plesac who got rocked for the loss. Game 3, we get swept by Minnesota at home. Not what you'd like to see. They win 6-5. Miguel Sano had 3 for 4 and 2 doubles for them. And we had a couple of offensive players contribute, but it was Phil Maton who gave up the loss in the rough outing. So we got to bounce back after being swept by Minnesota. We're going to travel to the south side to face a familiar enemy if you have been watching the series for the past couple weeks in the Chicago White Sox, who sit at 16-10 on the season, winners of their 5 of their last 6 ball games. They have had a home stretch and they have been taking advantage of it, and it'll be Lucas Giolito on the mound for Chicago. His last start, he went 3 earned runs in 5 innings, got the no decision against Texas, but he is still the ace for the Chicago White Sox rotation, so we'll have our work cut out for us again. Ahmed Rosario gets the lead off for us in this game, and he's going to start like he did last episode with a swinging strikeout. Ben Gamble up next, 0-2 to him. He hits a slider, but it's right at Abreu at first, and that'll be out number 2. Taking a look at Cleveland's lineup, it is all the same, except instead of Hedges at catcher, it will be Roberto Perez. He will fill in the 9 spot. He's had himself a pretty solid year as his Cleveland Indians looking to break out of this little bit of an offensive funk we found ourselves in. Jose Ramirez up next, 1-2 to Ramirez. Swing and miss on the circle change. Beautiful pitch by Giolito, and he gets to the first spotless. Logan Allen will take the mound for Cleveland. He had a rough start to his season, but he had a good outing last time. He went up against the Yankees, pitched 5 innings, 6 Ks, only 1 earned run, and got the win. So hopefully we can get that Logan Allen today. He'll start off against Tim Anderson, who's hitting .330 on the season. He gets a 1-1 fastball a little out of the zone and flies it out to right, where Reyes will put it away for out number 1. Take a look at this Chicago White Sox lineup. Anderson up first. Next we'll see Nick Madrigal at second. Jose Abreu, Eloy Jimenez, Luis Roberts in center. Yohan Moncada at third. Yasmani Grandal at catcher. For Adam Ease, round us out. Adam Engel at DH and Adam Eaton in right. So a lot of the familiar faces have been watching the Astros series. Here's not one of them, though. Nick Madrigal is the second baseman, and he flies out to shallow left field. Nice hustle by Eddie Rosario. Jose Abreu's hitting third on a 1-1 count, dribbles it to the shortstop who fields it, and that'll be out number 3. Let's go to top 4 now with Cleveland back to the top of the lineup. Ahmed Rosario leading us off here. 0-1 to Rosario. He gets a changeup, grounds it up the middle, but it is fielded and recorded for out number 1. Ben Gamble's turn, 2-0 to Gamble. He gets a changeup and pops it up into third base foul territory. A nice hustle play by Moncada to put it away for out number 2. Jose Ramirez now, first pitch swinging, and first pitch crushed to straightaway center. Slider left up. Ramirez got all of that one. Hits it way over the batter's eye. 434 dead center. His 8th home run of the season. He gets the first run of the day for Cleveland. And they jump out in front 1-0. So Cleveland with a nice start. Ron Romeo's up next, 1-1 down the line. This one is fielded by Moncada on the backhand. He is thrown out at first. So Cleveland gets 1 in the top of the 4th. Eloy Jimenez will start off bottom of the 5th for Chicago. They're still looking for some offense of their own, as he is 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out back in the 2nd. 1-2 from Allen, and it's a low fastball called strike 3. Jimenez just flat-footed there. Don't really blame him. Luis Robert up next, 2-0 to Robert. He gets a fastball, hits it deep left field. This one is carrying, and Chicago is on the board. Solo shot for Luis Robert. His 8th of the season goes .383, and he will round the bases, and it'll tie us up at 1 apiece as they get back on the board. Ooh, a little miss of a hand there. Nice, interesting base running handshake. But Robert will come home and touch home plate. So 1 out, though. Yohan Moncada up next. Fastball blooped into right, but is caught out there in shallow right field by Hernandez. 2-1, Grandal up next, and he's going to go down the line for a base hit. Reyes will get to it. He'll throw it in, and for whatever reason, Grandal decides to come to second base. I don't know what he was thinking. That was kind of funny. He came into the screen. I was like, okay, that's an easy out. Nonetheless, go top 6 now. Here is a leadoff hit by Hernandez into long left field that's caught by Jimenez. So first out, Roberto Perez now comes up 0-2. They're going to say he went around, no appeal at all. But that'll be out number 2. Back to the top of the lineup, Rosario 0-2. He also apparently goes around for strike 3. So Giolito is dealing, and Cleveland's offense continues to struggle. We'll go into the 7th now. Clase comes back into this game. He'll start off with Nick Madrigal on a 1-1 count, who bloops it over to second for Hernandez for out number 1. Abreu up next. First pitch swing, and it actually hits off of Clase. I think he did get his arm up, so I think he's okay. Could have been a lot worse if it would have not got his arm up. The next batter, he strikes out, so I think Clase is okay as Jimenez goes down swinging. And Luis Robert up next, 2-2, gets a cutter, hits it deep left center. This one's got some carry, and it's over the wall. Luis Robert with his second home run of the day, a 2-run shot, 419, his 9th of the season, and Chicago has their first lead. This White Sox offense is a threat, always at the plate, and they make it look easy here with a 2-run shot. It is 3-1 White Sox. So still in the bottom of the 7th, Yohan Moncada will strike out on the cutter, but the damage has been done. We're going to go 8 now. It's time for the Chicago White Sox setup, man. This is a repeat of the Twins game. Aaron Bummer will take to the mound, the lefty 8th inning setup man. He'll start off against Eddie Rosario, who is 0 for 2 on the day. 0-1 to Rosario. He gets a hold of a cutter. This one is blasted. No doubt about this one into right field. There's one run back. Eddie Rosario, 400 feet, his 4th homer of the season. So that'll cut this deficit in half. Cleveland not out of this one yet, as they drop it now to a 3-2 Chicago White Sox lead. Josh Nader will be up next, 2-2. He gets a nice fastball to hit, but gets underneath this one and is caught out there for out number 1. Next up, Andres Jimenez, 0-2 to Jimenez. He checks his swing, but they're going to say he went around. That'll be strikeout, out number 2. Cesar Hernandez now 1-2, swings and misses on the slider, so Cleveland gets 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Now they got to preserve it in the top of the 9th. Phil Maton will come into this ball game. First batter, Yasmani Grandal, full count, hits it deep right field. This one's got some carry, and it's over the wall into the bullpen sports grill. Yasmani Grandal continues to give us fits. It's a new game, but it's the same hitter, Yasmani Grandal. It's got to get my revenge against him one day. He continues to torment both teams that I control. Nonetheless, 4-2 now for the White Sox to get the run back right away and extend their lead back to 2. Now it's Adam Engel up next. He's going to actually try to lay down a bunt. He's got elite speed. Perez gets to it fast but can't throw him out at first. So that's a bunt single for Adam Engel. So you know he's on first. He's got that elite speed. He's going to take off with it. He steals second with ease. So now basically a base hit brings him home. And Adam Eaton will ground out to the first baseman. Naylor bats it down. But now Engel is on third. Tim Anderson up next, 1-2 to Anderson. He gets it over the glove into right field, as that'll be another run. Hernandez couldn't field it. And it's 5-2 for the White Sox. That'll be it for Maton. Brian Shaw will come into this one, looking to stop the bleeding. Nick Madrigal, first batter, swing and miss on the cutter, out number 2. Now Jose Abreu 1-0. Actually, runner's going to take off, and he will steal second. Tim Anderson's got some wheels now, his 3rd stolen base of the season. Later, though, Jose Abreu will draw the walk, so in reality, the stolen base didn't matter. But now you got runners on first and second for Eloy Jimenez, who hits it up the middle. It is fielded by Jimenez, though, but not thrown out at second. So bases loaded, all runners safe, 2 outs, and it's Luis Robert. He connects to right field, but it is caught by Reyes, so could have been a lot more damage. But Liam Hendricks will come in to try to close us out, the ex-Oakland Athletic, who signed a 3-year, $54 million contract to be the Chicago White Sox closer. Roberto Perez will start us off 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day. 2 due to Perez, and we're going to make it 3 strikeouts, swinging and missing on the inside fastball. Back to the top of the order, though, Ahmed Rosario. He looks at a fastball. That is strike 3, so back-to-back punch-outs for Hendricks. It's up to Ben Gamel, who turns on a curveball, hits it deep to right, and it's off of the wall. Inches away for a solo shot, but he will go into second, and that'll bring up Jose Ramirez, who did homer earlier. 0-1 to Ramirez. He grounds it to the second baseman, Madrigal, who throws it over to first, and this ball game is over. Chicago White Sox win by a score of 5-2. as Cleveland's slide continues. They drop to 13-12, and the White Sox, now winners of 6 of their past 7, advance to 17-10. You can take a look at the line score there. Luis Robert, obviously your player of the game thanks to his 2 home runs. But instead of going to simulate the rest of the series, we're actually going to cut the episode here because we have finished the month of April. And usually when I finish a month, we'll go back and recap everything that's happened. So that's what we'll do in the next episode as our Cleveland Indians sit at 13-12 through 1 month of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Sorry we're in a little bit of a slump, but thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.